Hey guys, it's CDI. Very sorry for the long intro, but today I am here talking about something that I didn't think I was actively going to be talking about. For those who don't know, or for those who do in fact know me, Incredibox has been a major part of my life. I've been in the fandom for about 2 years. I've watched a lot of videos in regards to Meester, Rem, person from Brazil, a lot of people who are in the Incredibox community, and recently something came out to the point where I had to put my input on it, and I might as well. So for those who don't know, or again who haven't gotten the gist, even though the Incredibox community has basically gone off the radar with this, mods are officially coming into Incredibox, and already this is something that I'm excited for. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this verbatim because of the fact that it's a well, okay. Well, I'm not gonna read this verbatim, but basically, the entire staff team of Incredibox is super excited, and it's a shame that they weren't able to share it with everybody. And now the best mods can be published in the official Incredibox app, which I'm super excited for. This was released like the day before, by the way, so this is still fairly new, and people are still commenting on it. The building process, they are specifically not letting, like, they are no longer taking scratch, well, not even no longer taking, but they're not taking scratch mods, unfortunately. Kind of upsetting because a lot of the mods that people like are on scratch, and not any of the ones that you can actively download, but we'll get to that in a later time. Right. The building process, basically all you got to do is just test it. They do allow you to just import the mod onto Steam and test it from there, which is really good. I do actually have the Steam version of Incredibox, so if I really wanted to, I could, but I'm not gonna bother with that. But then there's the submission process, which is the main thing I want to talk about, being the mod charter, because the mod charter is the one thing that everyone is gonna have to follow. Do your best. Obviously, prepare it as well as you can. Don't send us a mod that is just a fork of its existing version with only minor changes. So don't do like a stupid. Be creative, surprising, and precise. Check the work and get inspired by many talented Incredimodders like Person from Brazil, Artemi Kopish, Rem, Bugo, and Seal, and many others. I'm glad that they mentioned those four in particular because of the fact that those four are the ones that are certainly the best. I would have also probably included Sliced Limes and Mind CF Player because those two have also done really good mods. I would have also included Mr. Error in this, but granted, they're in controversy, so I'm not gonna bother. Don't send inappropriate content. Part of the Incredibox community Arcado, so we will be ruthless about inappropriate content. The question is, what counts as inappropriate content? Like mild blood or like a mild disfigurement, I feel like that's a little bit on ice because of the fact that, like, for those who do know about the Incredibox community, Rem's like Evadare series has a lot of kinda gruesome stuff. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of like dismemberment, especially with full stop punctuation. And one of the most important, I guess, scratch mods, because I have to call them scratch mods now. One of the most important scratch mods that I think a lot of people wanted to see being Setbox has a like starting from like I think 4 onward has a lot of like kind of bio disfiguration. So I don't know what they mean by kiddos, especially since a lot of people are, especially since also a lot of kids are very much wanting Sprunky in this. I'm also just going to comment on that now. I do not see Sprunky getting a part of this. Unless if they redesign it to hell and back, like, and fully recreate the thing from the ground up to make it fit with Incredibox's style and, of course, make it a JSON, I do not see it being a part of this. That thing will most likely stay Scratch. Come up with your own idea. Be imaginative, obviously. But this does bring in a bit of an issue, especially with certain things. Don't use or copy existing content you have no rights over. Will be forced to refuse any content referring to other copyright projects or brands, meaning you don't use famous songs, don't use characters from other games, and don't use existing logos. Just looking at the Incredibox folder that I have, because I have like a bunch of mods downloaded, that immediately gets rid of Save Your Tears and Galleries. Those two are just immediately out. You can't get those on, because Save Your Tears is just that's a copyrighted song, and Galleries, while having designs that are very much similar, but not quite to famous video game characters, it's still very much a copyright effort that could be an issue. Read the doc. More or less just a document. I'll read that over afterwards. Prepare assets well. All your mod assets need to be cleaned and prepped properly. Use the right format, file size, use JSON info, duration, etc. Check the document, which I believe just links back to the same doc. Yes, it does. It just leads to the documentation. Try your mod within the app. Of course, test it on Steam. It'll only be on Steam, so do try to do that. Submit your own mod. Submit only mods that you've worked on. If you worked with several modders on your team, choose only one single modder to represent your crew so we can contact them if needed. That kind of seems off. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, several modders makes sense. It's like you gotta have like one singular person to submit the mod. However, I do feel like it would still be better to credit the whole team as a whole, because that kind of deferiates, well, not deferiates, but it kind of defeats the purpose of multiple people working on the same thing. Like, again, just mentioning it off the top of my head, um, Project Omni, Deep Blue, I believe Geek Dance, like a lot of mods out there that have like large mod teams, it's gonna be an issue. Like people out there. Actually, the biggest one that I just remembered, Cold Box. That one has a lot of modders on it and is a very popular mod within the entirety of Incredibox. And that one has like I think it's 10 or something members. A lot of people are gonna kind of get upset with that. And I don't necessarily blame them, but I'm going to be honest. If them having to be all collaborated under Cold Seamer seems stupid. Unless if it's also like a community, unless if they also have like a community email, which is just under Cold Team. Uh, Submitting the same mod several times will speed up the process. Quite the contrary. That makes sense. That makes sense. Don't monetize, obviously, for sake of it. And then the Incredibox terms of service, of course. Uh, I will actively go into the documentation a little bit because I want to talk about it. So, more or less, there's like this is kind of like the coding of it, which really doesn't seem that difficult. Literally, it just seems like it's editing. But granted, I think the main issue is the Swifts. The Swift sprites are gonna be a little bit of an issue because, of course, you need to know 2D animation and the coding process in order to move the sprites. So, yeah, and then of course you can check the animation on Steam, and then of course the submitting process, which of course has all this. I'd recommend. Ugh, sorry, hang on, it's fairly early here. More or less submit it to there. Of course, respect to the Incredimods charter, which is of course all of the stuff here. I'm really excited to see how this goes. I personally, again, have loved Incredibox for a long while, and I have never wanted to like fully endorse something in a long while since like the original like run of Setbox. That and of course the last like fully good mod that I've seen being Popze, even though I haven't downloaded it. I do need to download it, but a lot of mods out there are really good. I do also want to imply, because I'm gonna actually go back onto the page for this. This is something that I also noticed with the charter being come up with your own idea. How is this gonna work with a lot of the mods that are made based off of Incredipolo's songs? Because Last Day and Popze are two of person from Brazil's most popular mods. Those two mods are also like fully based off of a member from the team. I don't know if they're doing. I don't know like what the issue with that would be. But like, That's just like my major issue. I really am hoping that out of all of them, that in specific, those two get in. But I'm gonna go over a little bit of the mods that I have downloaded as of right now that I think I could see getting in or not. Um, so like obviously there's like the typicals. There's Rems, Evad Air series, Travis, um, Cold Box. Like those three are just off of the bat. Uh, Geek Dance and Popze. I like all the mods that are based off of Incredipolo songs. If Incredible Polo very much like endorses it, I could see them being. I could see them being in. I think Incredipolo would honestly enjoy it. So I feel like I could see those ones getting in. I don't think Incredipolo would be that major on it. I feel like he would just be like, "This is really well work that you've done with my work. Good job," or at least I hope so. Um, but moving on, Piège. If if the team can fully finish up Piège, like fully finish Piège and submit it, I could see Piège. Piège doesn't really have that much issues with it. Granted, I don't know if the song is copyrighted, but I do believe that the song is fine. I do think that the song is completely non-copyright, but I could be wrong. Two Faces, another song. It would have to have a remake. It would also have to be the Two Faces of a different mod creator because the new one is, well, not the new one. The old one is, well, we'll not. Let's not talk about that. Bells easily. Express certainly. I could certainly see that with a minor change in graphic. Tribal, I could see Trillybox and Box Vehemence. I don't see those two getting in, honestly. Vehemence was made kind of as a joke. Trillybox is also made as a joke. Both of them, I think, kind of go against. Okay, well, no. Actually, Vehemence I could see getting in, partially. I just feel like the assets aren't fully prepped well. But it still kind of comes up with the issue of I don't know if it's like a copyrighted project. Trillybox, again, was very much a fork and was also completely made as a joke. So I don't know for certain if that one would actively get in. But I digress. Downtown, I could see easily. The port of Sepbox, it is a port, so it wouldn't. However, if Sepaza actively supported it and made a version for the Jasons and had like a team that were willing to work with him, I could see Sepbox certainly getting in. People would go ballistic if it didn't. Anxiety, it would have to be reworked a lot, but I could see Anxiety getting in. Beatnik, oh, hands down, Beatnik would get in. Beatnik would certainly get in by a long shot. There's nothing else. Wolfgang, I could also certainly see. Project Omni. Like, there's a lot of mods out there that I know would probably get out there. Like, I'm just going to list off a few that I didn't even get to. Stardust, uh, Chili's Tunes, aka Skylines in a Bloom, The Crime, Vibin, Unisbox, Schwangle. Pit wouldn't be able to because that song is, in fact, copyrighted. Uh, I could probably see Runners getting in there. It's another song based one, but oh, the one issue that I this is the one that I actually will complain about because I will actually be really upset. I don't know if the song is in fact copyrighted, but Minecraft has gone to the lengths of being a bitch when it comes to this. Other Side is the one mod that I would love to see, and I'm extremely worried because the thing is that they did a cover of it. They more or less did a cover for the Incredibox mod. But it still worries me that that mod most likely won't get in because I don't know if Minecraft copyrighted that song. But other than that, like, I think that this is a massive improvement to the entire community as a whole. This also gives a lot of boosts for those who are fully making mods fully on the JSONs rather than Scratch mods because it gives them a bit of an edge. Okay, well, I don't think it's more of an edge, but it does give them a boost of motivation to actively create the stuff that they are making because now they have the added bonus of potentially being able to get their mod fully put into the game and have it be supported with everyone. So everyone would be able to mess with it. I think that that's a really good thing. I think that's amazing, and I would love to see like mods fully get the support that they need. I don't know if that sound actively popped up, but that was me re-downloading Incredibox. But I would very much love to see mods fully get the love that they deserve, and it's also just a very big boost in energy to those who again who make stuff on like the JSONs itself. I'm kind of repeating myself at this point, but like it's really good to see that like people like Person from Brazil, Little Artemy Copia, Shrem, and Cold Seamer get the love that they deserve. And it's really amazing how they're able to fully put themselves within the story of Incredibox. I kind of just came up with that off the top of my head just looking at this image. But I'm really excited to see where this goes. I really am excited. But I'm going to have to end this video here because I need to start doing my wake up stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. Do drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more Incredibox content. I might actively try and do more stuff like this. And I might actually do like some reviews of Incredibox stuff. I don't know for certain. But if y'all want to see more Incredibox stuff, then drop a like, subscribe, do all the algorithmic junk that people do. I will talk with y'all later.